You can get rid of the scams of exchanges by decentralizing, and you can certainly get rid of the threat of government interference by decentralizing. Decentralized exchanges are coming, and when that happens, the crypto community will be totally free. You cannot regulate it, you can't make laws against it, you can't tell us what to do or what not to do.
Yo to the yo, what is up, my people, my people, my people? You are now tuned in to Wisen Up TV. I am your host, the one and only Wisen Up, aka You Got BKA J, the Giant Slayer. DeFi is now a $100 billion sector by at least two measures. That is, decentralized finance users probably top 1 million. That is pretty significant. DeFi it's huge. DeFi also includes decentralized exchanges, i.e. DEXs. And it's important right now that we start to utilize these things and we get off of the centralized exchanges and start to utilize the decentralized exchanges and the DeFi projects that are now available to us, because we have built these trustless, permissionless systems, and now it is time to put them to use. There was a time where they didn't exist, and now they are here. People, after the 2017, 2018 boom, ICO boom, and there was a lot of money made, and we went into a crypto bear market. People put their crypto onto cold storages, they put it on their nano-ledger X's, and they haven't really move them until this DeFi stuff started to take action. So what does that tell you? That means that these protocols are what moving the markets now. So we have to get involved, we have to use them. DeFi, decentralized exchanges, is what's going to bring power to the people, so that way you can take control of your own finances in every single aspect of your life. When it comes to sending money, when it comes to storing your money, when it comes to earning passive income on your money, no one should have control over that, or even knowing how much money you even have in general. No one should know these things or have control over these things in your life but yourself. And decentralization and DeFi is giving power back to the people financially in every single way possible. And in the words of the late and great John McAfee, it is now out of the Pandora's box and it is not going back in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start using this stuff to our benefits. So the first thing that I want to cover today is we're going to go into the DeFi pulse. We're going to take a look exactly at what's going on with this DeFi, as far as how much is being locked up into these protocols, and what that means for the future of crypto, and my personal unprofessional opinion. Because once again, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so please do not buy or sell any digital assets without doing your own due diligence. So I want to take a look at this chart really quickly. It's DeFi versus the ICOs. This lets you know how much confidence and how much capital is being put into this stuff right now compared to when the ICO boom happened, which was huge. A lot of millionaires were made, a lot of stuff happened, but this is even bigger than that, by twice the scale. So if you look at this chart here, this is CoinDesk, by the way, so an incredible source. So you have April 21st, they're up to $20 billion with the ICOs. That's how much that they've had with funding. Now you have the DeFi value locked up, and you're at 50 billion. So you're over double the amount locked up into the DeFi projects compared to what is going on with the what happened or what is going on with people funding ICOs. So that in itself is pretty big. Next, what I want to take a look at is this the block. They have a couple little charts up here that can show you the gross value locked up in the Ethereum blockchain. And the height of this madness in May, where we're looking at $87 billion locked up gross. Now we're looking at about 54 billion at the current price right now, which is huge, significant. Oh, value of dexes. This is exactly what I want to show you guys. The value of dexes locked up. I'm going to zoom in on this one because this is showing the power of dexes, and I want to relate this into Shiba Swap and how much is locked up on Shiba Swap and what's going on with that and how they can take over some of these projects because of how early on it is and how much value is already locked up onto this platform and how many users are in the community is huge part of playing a significant role in the growth of these decentralized exchanges or these DeFi projects in general. So looking at this chart, Uniswap blew up in March. So what I wanted to point out and make note of here is that at one point you had 9 billion, almost 10 billion locked up into the DEX of Uniswap. Now you're sitting at about half of that, 5 billion, and that happened in a couple of months. And what I want to take note of is, and what I want you guys to take note of is how many users are on Uniswap, or how many holders are holding Uniswap, because that is significant. You're looking at 253,000 holders. Now remember that number because I'm going to compare that number to how many people are holding Shiba. So before I get to Shiba Swap, guys, I'm going to get into some technical analysis on the SHIB token. I usually don't do technical analysis. I know how to read charts. I know about charts, but I'm not the most technical guy when it comes to charts. I leave that to guys who spend hours looking at this stuff. I'm more of a sentiment type of guy when it comes to reading the markets and knowing what is going to go on, and that has been working out well for me. I look at charts to here and there to see where things are going. I'm not a day trader, although I do day trade. I am an investor. I buy, hold, and swing trade here in some of my positions here and there. But looking at this chart, guys, what I want to show you is that there's nothing to be afraid of right now when it comes to the market. Things are down right now, but things, in my opinion, are just trading sideways. And if you would have invested in anything in the beginning of January, every single digital asset is still technically through the fucking roof. So what I want to do here first is draw a trend line across at the top of this last candlestick, and we're gonna go right here. We'll go all across. We'll go to here, and I'm going to thicken this up a little bit. A little hard to see that guy. Okay, let's thicken this line up a bit. Okay. So what I want to make note of this line, guys, is this is what I want to call the current support level, in my opinion. If you look at how many times SHIB has bounced off of this current line, and I'm going to count the wicks as well. The bottom of the wicks, you have 1, 2, 3, goes underneath the support, 4, bounces up, 5, goes underneath support again, 6, bounces up above support, 7. So we've hit support line once again here, and this is the 7th time that it's actually touched this line. So this is, to me, a solid support line if it is touched it 7 times. And this is around 5075 on the price. So we're just barely below support right now, guys, when it comes to the price of where SHIB's at. Now I'm going to draw one more line, a trend line here. I'm going to draw this one at the bottom wick of this here. So we'll draw it out to that same length here. We'll draw that to here, and then we're going to go out this way as well. I want to stretch it out this way, so we'll take that out to here, and I'm going to put a different color on this. I'm going to make this red. So what I want to take note of this line is I want to consider this line to be the lowest point of where it can go. This is the bottom here. So if you look, it wicked here once, it wicked here, it wicked here. So it's touched this line 3 times. So it could touch it for a 4th time. And if it touches it for a 4th time, we are looking at a wick down to 5057. But without a wick, it could go down to where it had actual trading value, and this is more likely than that wick down. We're looking at 5 zeros. Put that there. I'm going to make this one green. So if you look at this line here, where it actually had more value, this thing can go down to 50626. So it could drop another 100 points here. In my unprofessional personal opinion, but this is not scary at all. This looks totally natural, and this is a good sign here. This is a healthy chart, what I'm looking at right now. And what's going to happen soon, once it hits if it hits this or this, we will see a bounce, guys. And the bounce, let's draw a trend angle. Okay, so I can see it hitting one of these lines and go ahead and taking a small bounce up. In my unprofessional personal opinion, this is totally healthy, and this is something we could see happening in the very near future. So don't feel bad if you see it go below this trend line, this red trend line here. Get scared. Anything above this is totally natural, and we should see a bounce even before it gets here to the upside. Okay, so now taking a look at Shiba Swap. What's going on with Shiba Swap right now? Shiba Swap has a total value locked of $1.48 billion. Okay, it dropped a little bit. It was at 1.5 yesterday, dropped to 1.48. That's huge. SHIB has been dropping still. We're looking at 5071, but that, like I said, we just went over the chart. That is not scary. The whole entire market in a whole is falling, so you can't really expect coins like this to pump throughout a downturning market or downtrending market. You have Ethereum down, you have Bitcoin down, and the whole of the market not really looking too good, of a sea of red. So Shiba, of course, is not doing too well. Bone has actually stabilized at $4.9. It's been up to about $5, came back down, so that's good. That is finally stabilized. It was up to $21 or a little bit higher when Shiba Swap first came out. Been steadily dropping, found the bottom, and now it's been fluctuating right around in this $4 to $5 range, high $4s to $5 range, which is good. I think that's perfectly fine. I can see Bone doing a lot more when the bull run actually starts to pick up again. Leash, been fluctuating as well. Seem to have found the bottom at 2100 and fluctuating up to about 25, 26 at the most. But not too bad of a price. Hasn't bottomed out below 2000. So everything is actually doing well as far as what's going on with Shiba Swap and how it's holding up, and the coins are pretty stable. There's a lot of liquidity here already, and that's the next thing that I want to talk about. We have $1.48 billion locked up. If we go back into DeFi Pulse and we look at some of these big projects that have USD locked up into them, you have AVE with 10 billion, Curve Finance with 7 billion, Compound with 7, and Uniswap with 5. Now these have been out, and then Sushi with 2. So what if we double and total value locked up, this DEX will already be bigger than Sushi Swap. That's saying a lot. And at 5 billion, we will be half of what AVE has locked up. Okay, and AVE is not a DEX. AVE is a lending platform. Okay, so there could be more stuff implemented into Shiba Swap, like lending, that would offer more financial services to its holders. And the next thing that I want to talk about is actually the holders. And if we look at the holders of Sushi, once again, we're looking at 253,000 holders. If we look at the holders on Shiba, we're looking at 590,000 holders. So it's over double the amount of holders that Uniswap has. It could easily pass Uniswap DEX as in market cap very soon, because of how new it is, especially, and how many holders are in the project. And that's what really drives the price, of course, is the community. And SHIB has one of the biggest, strongest, craziest communities that I've seen in crypto, by far, for sure. They're funny, they're hilarious. A lot of people are cool, and everyone wants SHIB to go back up. That's for sure. There's a lot of stuff going on. Regulations are coming, guys. That's one thing I want to mention too in this video, is that regulations are coming. And that's one reason why you have to get off of these centralized exchanges, because half of these exchanges aren't going to be around. And I'm talking about these shady ones, the ones that offer these crazy cryptos, are the ones that don't have any KYC, things of this nature. The ones that don't follow any regulatory compliance are going away. You will not see these cryptos exchanges. Only the big ones and the ones that are compliant are going to be around. And with that being said, a lot of these cryptos will go away. So it's very, very crucial that you do your own research and find out what cryptos are going to be around and which ones are compliant, because those are the ones that are going to survive after this slew of regulation hits. So you need to position yourselves accordingly, and do not play around with all these meme coins and things of this nature, because you will be left holding the bag. You got the guy on tech, you got this guy Tech Lead, and honestly, I'm not a fan of his channel. He shrills things, he has clickbait, things of this nature, whatever. People are following him. He came out with a coin. He has his $1 million coin. People are buying that coin. That coin has no utility. And this is what is going to destroy. This is what is destroying the crypto market, is that everybody wants to come out with their own coin, and literally people are holding this coin just because they think is gonna go up. That's the only reason, guys. That is dangerous. That is the most dangerous thing that could be happening in our space right now. And to me, in my personal opinion, when you have that many followers, that is irresponsible, and it's damn right ridiculous, in my opinion. One thing I want to show you guys is BitTrue. They are offering you to stake your SHIB and get bone. You see, the centralized exchanges want you to hold your tokens because then they become the custodians and they can do whatever they want. You must hold your own tokens, okay? And utilize the Shiba swap. If you're using Shiba, use a decentralized Shiba swap to earn passive income. Do not use centralized exchanges. The age of centralized exchanges is over. So going back into Shiba swap, guys, I want to show you exactly what's going on with my current personal investment with Shiba swap. We're going to go into the WOOF section. A lot of these APRs have gone down significantly. They've added, I think, 2 new ones. You have the SHIB bone, I don't think was there, and I believe they added a leash bone. And these are pretty good APY still. You're looking at over 500% on the leash bone, and you're looking at 468 on the SHIB bone. So I'm probably going to get into one of these two right now because I need to wolf the bone that I've already produced, and then from there what I'm going to do is probably move them around. The best time to move around things on these DeFi protocols is when Ethereum is down. When Ethereum is down, then you have the ETH gas fees are way lower, and that can save you money when it comes to moving in and out of your money with these DeFi projects, because gas fees can get ridiculous. And that's why we kind of want to utilize Matic, because Matic is solving these problems, and there's some DeFi projects on there that are actually doing pretty well. I'm gonna cover one of those a little bit later, after this another video. So what I have in here, as I do have some SHIB ETH in here, and I'm gonna wolf this. I've produced 139 bone in that one, okay, and I have some leash ETH, and I produced excuse me 391 bone. So 391 plus 139, 391. Okay, 530 bone I've got out of here since the project I started. Plus 10, actually I wolfed 10 out in the beginning, so 540, and then we're gonna go ahead and times that by 5. So I've made $2,700 in this DeFi project since the beginning. So far, haven't actualized it, so that's not too bad. And I cashed out most of my SHIB, to be honest, at like 10 times the amount of SHIB that I had. So if I would have times that by 10, I would have made $27,000 by having my SHIB sitting in here, which is absolutely absurd. That's wild, and those are not fake numbers by any means. So what this is actually doing is creating passive income potentially for people to make money on the shit that they're holding. And you do not want to have your money sitting on centralized exchanges when you could just do it in a DeFi manner, which is permissionless, and it's trustless, guys. This is what we've built. This is why you want to use it. And this is not exactly as cheap as I would want it to be, $8 to get that out of there. But let's go ahead and get that out of there. Failed. I hope that didn't cost me $8. Let me get out of here. Let me get this one out. Oh my gosh, $14. See, no, it's not cheap right now. See, this is what's killing Ethereum. is these gas fees. You want to charge me $14? Yes, I have made a significant amount of passive income in here, but you want to charge me $14 to interact with this protocol right now? Absurdity. Okay, that transaction went through. Wow, another 14 bucks. So we're going to pay the total of $30 to pull out the bone from these two pools here. I mean, not too bad considering how much I I'm pulling out, but it's bad because 30 bucks is 30 bucks. I mean, 30 bucks for someone in another country is like damn near a month's salary. Some dudes are making $1 a day, you know, $2 a day, and you're talking about 30 bucks in a damn protocol. Okay, that's out. Good. Let's take a look here. See if the bone's there. Okay, the bone's there. It's not quite 1,200, huh? It's about 900. Oh, hold on. I pulled out way less. I should have. What? Where's all my bone at? Why do I only have 185 in here? How does that make any sense? What the hell? Okay, I'm done. Something needs to happen, or I'm done with this. 185. I pulled out way more than 185. I should have 500. Oh, you know what it is? You can only claim 33% instantly, but the 67 will remain locked for 6 months. So if it's locked for 6 months, though, where is it? Is the question. Because I have 185 here. It should have been about 500 total, but okay. I only pulled out 33%. Makes sense. But where does the other percentage go? Because it's not showing here at all anymore. It's not showing anywhere. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some investigating on that, guys, to see. I understood this point. I did understand that. I kind of forgot about it. But what I want to know from now is, where do they put the 67%? Is it just floating around, and then in 6 months, because I've already released it, it's just gonna be in my wallet in 6 months, or what's? Well, I don't understand that. So, I mean, that's actually that's a bit frustrating that they don't say where that is at right now. Anyhow, I mean, I'm gonna take my ETH out of here because I don't want my ETH in here anymore. That made me mad. So I'm gonna do SHIB bone. That way I don't have to mess around with my ETH in this protocol anymore. I'm gonna put my ETH over in another protocol, and I will let you know exactly where that one's going to be This bone ETH looks good, but this leash bone, I could do that. And then I can do, I'm going to take my leash out of here. I'm going to take my ETH out of here. Probably going to do leash bone. And then I'll do Shiba bone. But I don't have enough bone. We'll see. We'll see how much bone I have. But ETH is coming out, so I'll do leash, bone, Shiba, bone. Perfectly fine. These suckers ain't gonna be having my ETH staked on here when I'm only getting 33% of my returns in 6.7 coming in 6 months. I don't know what's gonna go down in 6 months. It should be the other way around. I should be able to take 67, and you guys keep 33% for the 6 months. So you guys have saw it. You seen it live in action. Something that's concerning and discerning about this protocol, in my personal opinion, and I don't really like that. So let me know what you think in the comments below about that. We went up to 1.49 billion. So let me know what you guys think about in the comments below, and how you feel, and how this swap has been treating you guys in general. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Have yourselves a good morning, night, afternoon, whatever it may be. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.